Hello friends and welcome to StudyIQ. I'm Joycey Joy and today in this lecture we will discuss about regulating the drug prices. Now coming to the current affair, the out-of-pocket expenditure on health is higher in India and increase in the out-of-pocket expenditure mainly accounts for the unaffordability of the medicines that are available in the market. So that is why regulation of drug prices are very important in order to make the healthcare system in India inclusive and affordable. Now before we begin, this is our channel StudyIQ and we are providing pen drive courses for various competitive examinations like SSC, bank courses, UPSC optionals, SSC JE courses, teaching examinations, railway examinations, defense examinations, RBI grade D, NABARD grade A, UGC NET, UPSC Civil Services Examination, for CLAT exams, for various state PSCs and also for various professional courses. You can visit our website www.studyiq.com or you can call to any of these numbers for more information. Now coming back to the topic on regulation of drug prices, let us first understand how are the prices of drugs regulated. Now talking about the out-of-pocket expenditure, according to NSSO survey, approximately 70% of the total out-of-pocket expenditure is spent only on the purchase of medicines. So it is sure that if the prices of medicines comes down, the out-of-pocket expenditure also will significantly come down, which will have a huge impact on the affordability of healthcare services to a large number of people or to the large masses, especially the poor. So this high price of medicines is obviously one huge barrier to healthcare or inclusive healthcare in India. So in order to make healthcare affordable and inclusive, the drug prices should come down. And in this context, the DPCO was made to control the prices of all essential medicines by fixing the ceiling prices. So DPCO is Drug Price Control Order. So DPCO was made to control the prices by fixing ceiling prices or the maximum cap. So ceiling price means the companies cannot sell their medicines above the price that is fixed. So this was set up as a limit to the companies in order to price the drugs. And the NLEM, that is National List of Essential Medicines, is drawn up in order to include essential medicines in order to satisfy the priority health needs of the population. So the idea is that the essential medicines will be listed out and based on some criteria, this essential medicines will be put in a category where the prices will be under control. So what are the criteria or parameters that decide the essential medicines? This will be made with considerations of safety, efficacy, disease prevalence and comparative cost effectiveness of medicines. Now these are the parameters. So according to these parameters, a list of medicines will be set up by an expert panel and this list will be updated periodically so that to include those medicines which are of importance or relevance in the current context. And this is done under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So an expert panel set up by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare will be periodically updating the list of essential medicines. Now the list of essential medicines will form the basis of price control under the DPCO. So DPCO is responsible for fixing the ceiling prices of essential commodities and this list of essential medicines will be the basis for the DPCO in order to fix the ceiling price. Now let us understand what is the mechanism for price capping by the DPCO. So we have already discussed about NLEM and DPCO. NLEM is National List of Essential Medicines and DPCO is Drug Price Control Order. Now what is the mechanism by which these prices are fixed? So the NLEM, that is National List of Essential Medicines 2015, contains around 376 medicines and based on the list of this NLEM, the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority or the NPPA has fixed the prices of over 800 formulations using the provisions of DPCO. So around 800 formulations have been listed or categorized by the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority in order to fix the prices. But what is the drawback or the challenge here? These 800 formulations covers less than 10% of the total pharmaceutical market. So a very little or a 1/10 of the total pharmaceutical market has been covered by the NPPA, and the prices are fixed, or the formula of price fixation is recommended by the DPCO. So how does DPCO fix the prices? They uses market based pricing mechanism. Now what is this market based pricing mechanism? Under the market based pricing mechanism, the ceiling price or the maximum cap is set up on the basis of simple average price of all the brands having at least 1% of the market share of the total market turnover of that particular medicine. So I'll explain this. If a particular medicine is sold by many companies, and if suppose there are 10 companies which has a share of more than 1% of the total market of that particular medicine, the price of 10 companies will be taken by the DPCO, and the simple average of these 10 companies will be taken. So this is a purely market based pricing mechanism. So simple average of the companies which sells more than 1% of the market share of the particular medicine will be taken, and in such a way the prices will be fixed. Now let us come to cancer drugs, and what is the case with cancer drugs? How is the ceiling price fixed for the cancer drugs? Recently, the government planned to cap the trade margins for highly priced drugs for cancer and also for rare diseases. So this was intended to bring down the prices of medicines which treats cancer and also rare diseases. Now this was done by the central government. So putting a cap on the trade margins for cancer medicines and rare diseases medicines was done by central government, and the reason is that in the recent amendments the DPCO was exempted from fixing the prices for patented medicines and rare disease drugs from price controls. So because of this, central government has come up with a cap on the trade margins. Now let us understand what were the amendments made to DPCO. Under the amendment, a drug maker who has brought in an innovated patented drug will be exempt from the price control regulations for 5 years from the date of marketing. We have already discussed about the amendments to DPCO in a different lecture. You can find the entire lecture on StudyIQ channel. Please refer to amendments to DPCO. I am not going into all the details of this. If you have any need for clarifications, please refer to this lecture video. Now, the drugs that treat for rare diseases or orphan diseases will also be exempted from price control. The reason is that these orphan diseases are rare diseases, and because of the lesser prevalence of these diseases, the companies which produce these drugs will not be encouraged to produce or make drugs for treating orphan diseases. Now, in order to encourage the companies or pharmaceutical companies to manufacture medicines for orphan diseases or rare diseases, the government exempted the orphan diseases also from the amendments to DPCO or the price control by the DPCO. Now, also cancer drugs are increasingly patented, and this will affect the affordability of cancer drugs to the poor people. Now the recent plan of the government to cap the trade margins of this cancer drugs and also the rare diseases will also not bring down the prices to a greater extent. So it is important for the government and the policy makers to ensure true affordability through price controls and also through the implementation of national rare disease policy, and also to use legal flexibilities under the patent law. You can find the PDF of this lecture on my Facebook page, and for any queries regarding your UPSC preparations, you can get in touch with me on my Facebook page, or you can email me at joycey.studyiq@gmail.com. Thank you.